One of the main objectives for us coming here this week is to bring these large 1100 liter containers up to the cabin. This will be the source of our main water. There she goes. Starting to pump. Now we're working on trying to figure out if there's any bulk water filling stations, but having zero luck. So we may end up having to pull from the stream in order to keep these full. morning, everyone. Here we are. The next morning, we're at the cabin, and so I don't think we really showed anybody some of the end results of that one winter storm that went through. So this here fell, and this is some of the remnants. We managed to get most of it sort of cut and pulled out of the roadway that leads up to the cabin. But this boy is huge. So one of our objectives this week is to get this cleaned up. And right there is where she came down from. That was her home. One of the other challenges we're having is we've received so much snow in a short period of time that it melted extremely quickly, and then ever since we have received tons of rain. So here's the other thing we're having to deal with. We have to sort of patch up this road. We have large grooves in it, and it just makes it almost impossible to get up here with large trailers, which I have right now, and I have to figure out how to do that because it's just tearing apart. The rain, and there's no place for it to go, and it's extremely frustrating. So we got lots of work in order to get that fixed up, and I don't know, I can't see that getting done this week. We have to get some gravel brought in. There are some areas where we can pick from that the previous owner has surveyed for patching up this road. And it's not all of it, it's just certain areas, but those certain areas make it extremely difficult to get up. So we have to address that. We are still dealing with some remnants of trees that have recently fallen and that are blocking just a portion of the road. So that also is on the list to deal with. We managed to get some new chains for the chainsaw, but no matter what, everyone just tells me I got the wrong chainsaw because it's a pullin, and all you do is you keep on pulling it, which is true. Seems like that's all you do with the darn thing. You can't idle. A lot of the reviews I've seen is that you try to, change the spark plug, and no matter what you do, the thing still never consistently runs. So we'll have to be looking at either a steel or a Husqvarna. Ozzie's loving his walk again. So this is the area that's been excavated, and we're allowed to pull safely from, and this is perfect for the road. The only thing is I don't like the erosion of that soil there, but that tree is going to have to come down anyways because it's dead. And that is new. That's a fresh break. That big boy. And I have never, now remember, this is almost 1 year, and I have never seen this river flow as fast as she is going. So this just tells you the amount of snow and rain we've received in a very short period of time. This is one of our trails we take in, and we have never seen water in this area. And of course that tree has recently come down, and there's a lot more through there. But we also have to deal with this one here. So this one came down. Like, these aren't big trees, they're not big issues. Chainsaw will be able to eat through that really easy. And throughout the whole property, we have trees down everywhere. One of the main objectives for us coming here this week is to bring these large 1100 liter containers up to the cabin. This will be the source of our main water throughout the year. Now we're working on trying to figure out if there's any bulk water filling stations, but having zero luck. So we may end up having to pull from the stream in order to keep these full. These blue chip skids will come in handy when it comes to leveling those two containers, because they'll be just, you can't put those down flat on the ground. So this is where we come around the corner in this one trail, and this baby, look at them all. This big boy came down there, which now we got to cut that up and clean up this. But then we have all these little remnants of trees that also came down. More up here. So yeah, there's going to be some trail cutting here that we have to do before we can use these trails again. That's a fresh one there too. Boom, down she came. Yeah, the stream is really high because this is where we come up and fill, and she never comes up that far. So one of the last things we have to pull down this week or next are these two trees. They're pretty well dead anyways, but we have to pull that down because we will be putting solar in, and that's where it's going. That's the area that gets the most sunshine throughout the entire day. So one of my main tasks today is to change this blade, or this chain, because my existing one can't burn through anything, and I've done everything in terms of sharpening it. So I've never done this before, so for anyone out there, if you're gonna comment, please be nice to me. This is all new. My assumption is this has to all come off. And then you have to clean the bar. So I'll have to do that too. Yeah, that needs all to be cleaned. Oh, look at the mess in here. And that, so we'll get that all cleaned up. Bring that up. Just clean this all up. Just caked in there. So get that all done. And this is the old blade. And just gotta make sure that it's clean in here, which it looks like it's very clean in there. You can tell it's heated up right in here. So they said the blade was really lousy. And then we gotta clean this baby. Like, look at it, it's just caked in there. So we'll get that all cleaned out too. Okay, so we got the chain on, but now I gotta do a lot of adjusting, so just need to make sure everything is copacetic and lined up in here. And then there's this little piece right here. I think has to go right into the little holes of the blade here. And that. And you just tighten it up a bit. And then you make your adjustments. So we'll just see how that goes. And move the blade forward. Loosen it up a bit. I think that's what slides the bar forward. Okay, not too sure how much play there has to be, so play that and see how it goes. So one thing I noticed is when I first put the blade on, I put these things in the wrong direction. So that's why I wasn't cutting. Like I said, I'm all new at this. Never used a chainsaw before until just recently. And yes, this one sucks. And it's a typical pulling. You keep pulling it. So, anyways, that is one task completed for the day. We've already got gas for the generator, and if you can hear it, the generator isn't running. So, oh my gosh, my hair. The generator isn't running, so we're running off of solar right now. The only thing we can't run off of solar is the fridge, because it just sucks. About 160 watts, 165 watts of power from the batteries, and the amperage of the batteries isn't all that great. So it's good for running everything else, but not the fridge. So anyways, we got some other tasks to do, so we'll hook up with you guys when we start those. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to go down to the front gate and drain one of the tanks there, that 1100 liter container. We'll probably get about half of it into this barrel, and then we're going to pump it into the other barrel that's down by the shower. Anyways, I have to get that tank empty in order for me to pull up the other guy. So anyways, we're heading down there, so come along. she goes. Starting to pump. So this is our Jackery, and if you take a look, it's pumping 728 watts. This little guy. So we'll see how long that lasts. So we are almost full, and the Jackery is still pulling out 721 watts, that little pump. And we're at 47%. We were about, what, 57, 54? So that's not bad. This hasn't taken very long. And we're down one square section there, which is good. So it'll take about two trips to empty that thing out. Look who's waiting for me. Watch out, Ozzie! Watch out, Oz! There he is, right in front. Good boy! I'm coming! Lead me in! Plugged it in. Let's see if we have to prime it. Hope not. Nope. We have flow. So you can see it going down there. And we have these that we use to fill the holding tank in the cabin, so we may as well fill those up because we're going to still have some water left in that big jug. So we managed to get one big barrel filled up, and then the water transferred to the barrel for our showers. We still haven't got the trailer up yet, and I'm still reluctant. Driving down there is still extremely wet. The trail is still soft. I got a lot of work to do to build that up. Anyways, it's another project, another day, but I'm gonna wait until 2 days from now to bring that trailer up. We're supposed to have dry weather from today till Friday, so, but then it's supposed to start raining again on Saturday. So I should be able to get that up by then. Should be dry enough, so we'll hook up with you guys when we start doing that. See you guys later. We managed to get the trailer up. We didn't video it just because of some of the challenges, and I needed everyone's eyes to be on the width of the trailer because, number one, the road up here has gotten a little more rough than it traditionally is because of all the snow, rain, so it's a little sloppy. So we just brought it up, and here we are. We managed to get it up successfully. So today we're going to try getting this one emptied so we can lift it up, and let me show you. Ozzie's sitting on it, or standing on it. So we're going to place that container here so we can have water in the cabin. So the idea is get this emptied, transferred over here, that's all leveled. Ozzie's going berserk because black flies are coming out. And then to transfer this water into that container that will be sitting there. However, in order to get that far one empty, we're going to be pumping water into that container. So we got just a lot of logistics, moving shit around in order to get to the final thing. So I'm hoping by midday this is all completed. So stay tuned. I'll bring you aboard when we start moving the unit onto that platform. So, change in plans. I was going to fill up the barrel and then transfer that over once it gets, our shower barrel gets partially empty, but I was having problems with suction. So we ended up attaching couplings to the bottom of the container, and I minimized the hose so it's not quite as long, and she's really starting to flow. So we're pumping from the first container into the pump, and then up and into this one here, and then we'll end up transferring. We'll pull this thing off again, put it right there, make sure it's all leveled, and then we'll pump the water from the second container back into the first container. So sounds a little complicated, sounds like a lot of work for nothing, but this will allow us to situate everything, and this container is eventually going behind the shower. So lots happening. We're just on a wait time now for that water to transfer over, and TL is redoing the shed. He's got it all organized. And then the other thing we have to do is the generator. We want to get that baby so it's not operating that often, and we have to take down these two, one tree there, one tree there. We have to take those down in order for company to come in and install solar for us, and then that'll give us right off the grid. No generator other than for backup to recharge everything, but the solar should be strong enough, big enough, the wattage should be good enough to charge even through the winter time and keep the batteries warm. So stay tuned for that one. That's coming very soon. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys later once we get this thing filled and transferred over. She's almost empty. And she'll be pretty well over 3/4 full. To take this baby off, disconnect everything, and put it on the platform right in front of me here. So we got a few things that have to happen. This is a quick connect. Move this now. What do you think? Now, to make life easy, we bought these kits that allow you to convert this into a regular hose. So in the kit is the primary adapter that hooks up to the container. Then you have a reducer. They provide you with Teflon tape. And then you have your valve. Now they give you a quick connect plastic one. I bought a metal one. So anyways, we're going to connect this. Put as much on this as I can. I don't want it to leak. Because water up here is gold. There is no place to fill these other than from our river. So there we go. So this piece here, like I said, I'll just screw onto this. Let's make sure it's not cross-threaded. That should go on pretty easy. There we go. Nice and tight. And this also has a big washer, same as that one. So this goes on here. Make sure it's nice and tight, and then this goes on here. I really don't care at this point how tight that is, so as long as it doesn't leak. Alright, so then we put our connectors on. So this here is your metal quick connector. Again, another O-ring in there, so this will just screw on. I prefer to deal with metal than plastic. There we go. And then this will suck it from there when we're ready to pump it. So you just pull this back and it's connected. So there we go. We'll turn that piece off. And we're ready to pump. So we'll now take this hose and put it in to the container we just emptied. Alright, in order to get this up, you have to lift this up, and then this just turns. Well, there she goes. And then turn that on. We'll turn the pump on and just see if it'll flow by itself. Okay, let's see if this will start without priming. So that is now filling that, and then next time we're down, we'll hook up the piping to go into the cabin, which will be going right in here. So we're almost there. So this one is almost full. and the one on the trailer is almost empty. So we are going to get the ATV and hook this guy up, because we're going to relocate the trailer with container number 2 over behind the washroom. She's almost done. She's bent forward, so everything's rushing to the front. Shouldn't take that long from now. So one thing we researched when having large holding containers like this is you need to, number 1, pour Javix in, and number 2, you need to black out the container. That way it won't go moldy and bad. So anyways, we went on to Amazon and we bought one of these black covers, and just give me a second. So the black cover is light and gold reflected, so sun will not pierce this, and it's got a zipper on to one side. And then on the very top, you also need to make sure you don't tighten the lid very well, because you still need air to get through to allow this doesn't become a big huge vacuum and suck in itself. And it has Velcro here to allow you to fill it from the top. So let's get this baby on. Zipper in the front. So there we go. And then you just zip it up. And that's her. That will reflect it. But in order for it not to blow away, what I'm going to do is put a tie down around it, and we also tighten up the straps on the bottom. But that should do it. That should help protect the water. So as reinforcement, just in case we have a heavy windstorm, put a tie down around that. That'll secure it. Now we need to relocate this one. So time to do that one.
Alright everyone, that is it for today. I am exhausted. We've done a ton of stuff. Leveled the water container, filled the water container, moved the water container. So we are going to put the ATV away and we are calling it a good night. So we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.